Hi guys, welcome to my channel Roots for Software Engineer. In this video, I will cover about React fragments. Okay, now let us discuss here. Okay, now look at here. For this one, I will create one new file. Okay, now what is it? One new file I will create and file name call it as fragments. Okay, let me take here. Some keys are not working in my laptop, so okay, delete this one, then again. Okay, now go with your what is it? Fragments. Now fragments.jsx enter. Okay, now here I will create a one component. Okay, and that is nothing but functional component. Okay, import React from the React library, and next go with your function keyword and followed with the function name as test, function name as test parenthesis, and inside we need to write our elements by using return keyword. Okay, and inside the return keyword, first I will take one element, call it as h1. Okay, inside the h1 I will take statement as welcome to fragments concept. Okay, welcome to what is it? Fragments concept. Okay, now what is it, look at here. Okay, I need to do the exporting statement. I will take exporting statement as export keyword followed with the default and function name or component name as test. Okay, now we need to import it in the app.jsx, then take here importing statement, okay, of test component from the, okay, fragments. Next we need to call it, right? Then I will call here okay, now function as well as close it. Now it is giving error, so then do one thing. First go with this one comment line and execute. Okay, how to execute it? By using, okay, now by using, okay, let me take again from starting. Okay, now we need to go with the command prompt, and in the command prompt cd reactor enter npm run div enter. It will generate one local url for us, and go with your void enter. Now it is giving output welcome to fragments, but this is not the concept. Okay, now look at here, this is our actual concept. Okay, now in the component, one element it is returning successfully. Now imagine I will write another element, and element name call it as, suppose for example, okay, now welcome to my channel. Okay, welcome to my channel I give it. Okay, now for this one, okay, now for this one, look at here. Now it is giving one error. Okay, means here one rule we have. Okay, if you want, write down here in class notes node point. Okay, now what is the node point here? Okay, take one node point. Okay, and every component, okay, every component, okay, every component, okay, will return will return only only one element without a parent. Okay, now without parent only one element is possible to return. But if you want to return, okay, next point, if you want, write on here. If you want to, okay, if you want to return, okay, now multiple components. If you want to return multiple components, multiple components sorry multiple elements. Okay, multiple elements from multiple elements from one component. Okay, now you need to use, okay, now what is it? You need to use, okay, now parent element. You need to use parent element parent element for child components, parent element for child components. Okay, now what is it? Look at here in the fragments these two are elements. Now just place cursor on it. What error it is showing? JSX expressions must have one parent element if we have more than two elements in the return statement. So what I will do, I will create extra element, parent element, by using, okay, now div. By using division I will create and I will wrap. Okay, now successfully one parent is there for child element. Now successfully it is executing output also. But whenever I am going to inspect, now in the console statement, okay, sorry, in the elements, now observe. Okay, now in the elements, in the id of element, unnecessarily one extra node created. That extra node is nothing but the division. Okay, this is actually unnecessary. Only we need h1 and p1, but still we are wrapping into the one parent element div, so unnecessarily one extra node created. Okay, now same like this here also. Observe in the app.jsx, every time I am commenting, right, I don't want to comment this one. Now it is giving error. What is that error? JSX expressions must have one parent element. Okay. If I will wrap all the things into one parent element, call it as div. Okay. Now what happened? Unnecessarily again one extra node is created. Observe division. This division is unnecessarily created, and again this division is unnecessarily created, and same thing here also unnecessarily we used another division. Okay, now this is the one drawback with the elements. Okay, now no need to use one parent element to wrap our what is the child elements. By using this one, it is creating one extra node. To eliminate this concept we are using, okay, fragments concept. Okay, instead of like this we'll go with here. Okay, now react dot, what is it, react dot fragment. Okay, and close it, and inside wrap your elements. Okay, inside wrap your elements. Okay, now after giving like this, it will not create extra node and we will not lose our memory. Same here also, go with this as comment line and take your react fragments. Okay, now take your react dot fragment and close here. Okay, now fragment statement. What happened? I think outside the flower base we are doing, right? Okay, uh, okay, return statement. In the return statement we need to write, right? Okay, now react dot fragment. Okay, and close it here. Fragment statement. Why it is giving error? Let me check. Go with this one uncomment, and all the things we need to use it now, right? Okay, just go with the comment line. Okay, now take here itself uncomment. Go with control question mark. It is commenting. Okay, then take control C. Okay, now one parent element we need, right? Then take your parent element instead of division. Okay, now wrap all the things inside one parent element by using react dot fragments. Okay, now take your react dot, okay, now fragment and close it. Okay, now successfully we completed. Now observe output, it is giving properly, but whenever you inspected, see extra node not created. Okay, now this is the concept of react fragment. Okay, react fragments means without creating extra node we are giving parent element to all the child elements. Okay, and another shortcut we have for the React fragments, not only using like this, not only using like this. Okay, now we can use another way also. Now observe here. Now what is our concept? Reactor, reactor fragments, right? Reactor fragments. Okay, and for this one we'll go with the syntax. Okay, I will give you a syntax. Okay, and for the syntax take here and close again with the forward slash. This is first way to give syntax, and second way we can write syntax is nothing but just angular braces without writing anything inside. This is the shortcut for, okay, React fragment. Okay, and if you want you can write here without creating. Okay, now without generating, generating, without generating, without generating. Okay, now extra nodes, without generating extra nodes. Okay, now we are wrapping, okay, now all child elements, we are wrapping all elements in component. Okay, using fragment, using fragment. Okay, and this one if you want take this statement here also. Okay, in the fragment just take this one. Okay, now comment it and go with your another syntax without taking an react dot fragment. By using empty angular braces we can do our program. Okay, now arrange like a format. Okay, next again executed. Already my program is running on browser. Now it is giving same thing output. Okay, now here also it is not creating any extra node for us. Okay, now this is concept related to react dot fragments. Again we'll continue in next class. Okay, bye guys.